Trying to get a little shinkadink. So hi guys, my name is Ashley. I go by Naturally Ashley on YouTube. My nursing Instagram is Modifying Culture, and basically I just bring a lot of nursing, lifestyles, and some inspiration and a little bit of faith, because we all need a little bit of Jesus. Amen. So this is my first time actually filming on my camera. Usually I'm low budget and do it on my phone because I'm new to this life. So I'm filming on an actual camera, so my viewfinder is to my right, so I probably will be looking cockeyed, like off to the side, and it's because I'm trying to look at myself, okay? So today I'm going to be basically just talking about what an accelerated bachelor's nursing degree is, and I say that because on my Instagram I do a lot of BSN for short, accelerated bachelor's nursing. Milo, that's my dog and he's playing with his bowl. Okay, anyway, so I do a lot of nursing content on my Modifying Culture Instagram, and a lot of it tailors basically to accelerated degree nursing. So it's like, what is that? We don't know. We want to know what an ABSN program is, and I'm here to bring it to you because it's a little different than the traditional 4-year bachelor's degree program. So I'm basically going to give you the tea. And I say that because also when I applied, I did not know what an accelerated bachelor's nursing program was. I went to my girl YouTube for it, and there was not a lot of content out on like describing what it is. So I was like, I'll be that girl. I'll tell the people what it is and I'll give you the tea on it. Also, I'm gonna try to make this short, but we all know how that goes. So I always think I'm gonna make it short, then I go to editing and I'm like 40 minutes in and I still got like 10 minutes left, and it's because I be rambling, y'all. I be rambling. All right, let me grab my phone and let's get into it. So I pulled out my phone just to kind of go over the overview of what the difference between ABSN, and I'm gonna use the abbreviation, versus BSN, traditional program, is. And basically from this article from Best Credited Colleges, it says that the biggest differences are the admission requirements, the course format, and the completion of time. So from my personal experience, ABSN programs are really not over 2 years. Actually, the max I've seen is 12 to 17 months. My program that I am in is 17 months. And I do know girls that go to other programs which they only get 12 months. And I feel like 12 months actually is the most common, 12 or 15. So anywhere in between that time frame is when you can get a bachelor's degree in nursing. So if we look back just at some of the requirements, so I personally have a bachelor's degree. Everybody who goes into a ABSN program is going to have a previous bachelor's degree. No, it does not matter what that degree is in, but you have to have a previous bachelor's degree to even apply. So then when you start, you know, in the application process, if I find my little pictures, my little notes. So the application process, I feel like the biggest difference is that you need a cover letter, you also need a resume, and you need recommendations. I know in traditional degree, when I applied to my traditional degree, and that is in health science, so I have a bachelor's in health science, the application process, like most high school seniors, it's kind of very different from this ABSN program, just because I feel like the ABSN program is more treated like a post graduate degree. So it's kind of like if you're applying to your master's or you're applying to, you know, a second degree, this is what it is. So from high school, the application process was basically like, you know, you apply to the school, you have your high school transcript, and then you have like your personal statement just saying like why your interest, why you want to go to that college. And it's pretty general because you're sending out this application, you know, to various schools, so it's pretty general, and most of them use like a multi-platform, I think that's what it's called. But basically when you use the app like FASFA or something, you use the app and then you can fill out the app and then it sends it to various schools. Accelerated degree nursing is not like that. So you go specifically to the school that you want to apply for, and then they have their requirements listed on their website. So if I wanted to go to like Salisbury University, University of Delaware, if I wanted to go to some school in PA, I would go specifically to that school's website, look at their accelerated degree program, and then on that website, it's very easy to find. You'll find your application deadline and all of your requirements. So again, like I said, for just, coming out of high school, applying to your undergrad degree, you're not going to need a resume. You're not going to need reference letters. I'll take that back. Maybe you might need reference letters, but this is very tailored to nursing. Like, basically I feel like they want to know, like, why the sudden change in your career path, or why the change from your previous degree. What about nursing interests you? And they want to pick the applicants that can basically articulate why they are now interested in nursing and not their previous degree. Because this isn't like another box you just want to check off. Like, nursing is so specific that if you go into it, and it's hard, like the coursework is hard. So if you go and accelerated bachelor nursing programs are so rigorous, that's why they're very competitive, that they want to know if they choose you to go into it, you're going to see it through because you have a passion for nursing. You're going to enjoy what you're learning because you have a passion for nursing, and you're not taking up a spot from someone else, that you have the work ethic to basically succeed in this program and finish it out. So the coursework is very different because you're over 12 to 17 months. So in my program, we do not get a break. In almost all accelerated bachelor's nursing programs that I know, you do not get a break. So you go from start to finish whenever your graduation is. The most you will get is maybe a week or 2 weeks, but it's not like your regular undergrad where you will get like maybe a month off for winter break, or you'll get, a big spring break. Like, your breaks are very small and they're in increments, and it's really after you transition from a semester. So maybe I'll be in fall semester, get a week off, and then transition back into spring semester. Some of us even have classes like in winter session. So winter session usually is like for the traditionals, they have off, they're not taking classes. For me and my program, or if you're accelerated during the winter session, you get a week off, but then you're taking classes while, the others have, three more weeks off basically. And then I also like that about accelerated nursing is whoever your cohort is, wherever you start and enter with, is who you're also going to be graduating with. So all of us know, if you're in an undergrad program right now, or if you graduated from an undergrad program, that the people you start with, you might not graduate with them. You can take classes, kind of at your own leisure. You can go slow or fast. You can graduate a year early. You can graduate a year late. It's very flexible and it varies. But the accelerated program is so concrete and cut that they have the classes outlined for you already. You don't even have to have the rush or the stress of getting up early to sign up for classes, or deciding, what can I take? Can I switch around my schedule to take this class at a later date or this class earlier? You do not have that flexibility. They tell you what you're taking, and sis, you better take it. And if you don't take it, you're behind. Like, you're probably not even going to graduate. Like, unless you fail a class, you cannot just go take classes whenever you want. They outline it all for you. So that can be a pro, or that can be a con if you're somebody who likes to be in control of their schedule, because I'm telling you, for them months that you're in that accelerated program, you have no control over your schedule. Don't plan anything. They will literally tell you don't plan anything. Where they send you is where you have to go. And I mean, it's for a short time. It's very time sensitive, so I get it, but it's also, it's hard on your personal life because you are putting a lot of things aside just so you can succeed and finish this program. Sometimes you don't even get your clinical sites until, a week before you have to go. And then they're just like, oh, you have to go here. We need you here. And it's not like you can email and be like, oh, that's too far from my house. I can't go. Do you want this degree or do you not? I feel like that's really how they are. Now, granted, disclaimer, they are, if you have like a serious life-threatening emergency and you like let them know, or you have something that's really conflict, they can give you a little bit of grace and be nice about it. So I'm not being like, oh my God, like they won't do anything. Like, no, they will. But you really, really do have to crack down on it. So going back to just some of the requirements. So this school, for example, I won't name it because it's kind of local, but it says a 1 to 2 page typed statement of education and professional goals, a current resume, all official transcripts. So you do have to provide your transcript from your previous undergrad degree, or if you switch colleges, you know, all those transcripts as well. And then 2 academic or professional recommendations addressing potential for nursing study. So you see what I mean? It's very, very specific to nursing. Like, even your recommendations need to speak basically on how you could meet the qualities of like a nurse. And they also want to see your resume just to basically see, have you worked in healthcare before? You know, have you ever even talked with a patient before? And then I'm sure like when they go to evaluate these things, they all add up to, you know, see you as a holistic person. Like, can this program really get you ready in 12 to 17 months, you know, with the resume like you have? Like, basically, can we really, you know, provide our all for you to be successful? You know, for example, like, I guess if there's someone who doesn't have any healthcare experience, but their recommendation says, you know, they have all the qualities of being a nurse, I'm sure that plays a big factor in it, versus someone who their recommendation doesn't really speak to them as a nurse and they also don't have nursing experience. You know, you might want to really volunteer at a hospital before you apply, or just have your recommendation, or the person recommending you, have them really, you know, research what a nurse qualities are, and then have them incorporate that into your recommendation. Because you don't necessarily need to have healthcare experience to be a nurse or to go through this nursing program. Sure, it helps, but you don't necessarily need it. But you definitely want to make sure that they are seeing a nursing quality somewhere in your holistic application process. I hope that makes sense. I just basically rambled. Yeah, I basically rambled, but I hope that made sense when it made sense when I put it all together. Alright guys, so I really do hope that this video helped you understand the difference between a BSN and a traditional nursing student. So if you're traditional, of course you're just going the whole 4 years through and you're applying kind of like straight through high school. If you're an accelerated program, you basically either have been in a career and now you want to lane switch and you have a previous bachelor's degree, or you are finishing your bachelor's and decided that, oh, I really don't like this degree, I want to try nursing. So you're applying into an accelerated program to do that. And I really 100% wholeheartedly recommend everybody who already has a bachelor's degree who wants to lane switch, please go. Don't even go the associate's route. I mean, if you have to, sure, do it, but you would really save your time, in my opinion, a lot of time if you just went straight into an accelerated degree. You just really buckled down for those months and you got it done, because then you're graduating with a bachelor's. You don't have to go back, get your associates, and then, you know, work and then get your bachelor's, and you already did this, so you already have 4 years of your undergrad. You don't want to prolong the other time, because I feel like it's really hard to keep that work ethic. It's really hard to keep that drive. But if you got it, you know, you go girl, you go boy, go for it. And if you want to go the associate's route, go for it. But I really think if you do your research, you will find that an accelerated degree program is your best bet. So if you understand the differences, now we are kind of just going to go into like maybe the financial aspect of it, and also like your prerequisite courses. So I mean, as your prereq, so if you were doing the traditional program, all of your prereqs you would get in your traditional program, like your anatomy and physiology, your chemistries, all of that would come with your undergrad degree. Now, if you were saying like maybe you had a degree in engineering previously and now you want to go into nursing, under your engineering degree you probably didn't get, maybe chemistry, you probably didn't get anatomy and physiology though. So you want to make sure that you're also looking at the prereq courses and that you're taking these prereq courses prior to applying to the nursing program, because the ABSN programs will also have courses that they need you to have done before applying and before starting. And if you're in an undergrad degree right now, you can try to get those prereq courses in under your undergrad degree that you're in now, just to save time and money. Take them as electives, do what you have to do to kind of finesse them into your schedule. And then by the time you graduate and are ready to apply to an ABSN program, you already have them completed. I also found that the accelerated degree nursing program can be costly, and it's very, very tough because I feel like you don't get a lot of financial aid, in my personal opinion, in my experience, and that is because you use most of it for your traditional undergrad degree that you already have. So of course it's not like a master's degree where you might have, you'll be in a different pool for financial aid where they will assist you because you're getting a higher degree. This is the same level degree. So you're going from another bachelor's to a second bachelor's, and they already funded your first bachelor's. So I just feel like they really hold back on your second bachelor's. They're like, oh, we already did this for your first one. Like, we're not going to keep funding you. You have a cap, so you can't go over that cap for your second bachelor's. So you might have a lot of like outsourced funding or a lot of outsourced scholarships that you really should also be looking at. I applied to, you know, a lot of scholarships to kind of put myself through. God bless my mom, she helped put me through, but it really can be costly, and you do want to factor that into your decision. I do not know the differences between the accelerated and the if you went the associate's route in terms of financing, but I feel like it would kind of equal out to be the same, just because with your associates you would at some point have to go back to get your bachelor's. But again, look into it. Also, contact your employer. You know, if you're in healthcare right now, maybe as like a CNA, ask your employer if they'll help finance you through nursing school. Use whatever you can to get it done. Use your resources, do your research. But I do think that the ABSN route, in conclusion, is kind of more costly, but it might save you in the long run. I don't know the specifics, but you'll have to do your pros and cons list, outweigh the good and the bad, and that basically sums up this video. So I thank you guys for watching. Please like, click, subscribe, the whole 9 yards to just keep updated on more videos. And then please, if you want me to put out more content, or if you have more questions, either hit the comment section and do it in the comments, or you can go to my Instagram and then slide in my DMs, and make sure you hit the follow on my Instagram as well. And again, it is Modifying Culture. Thank you guys so much. Again, I'm Ashley, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, bye.